we should not think only about what we get from the society.
Right.
So what we can give back as well.
Yeah.
Because life should be a balance.
So welcome to Carter in the Car. Unfortunately, the car is slightly overheated. It hasn't broken down, but the temperature's got quite hot, so I'm going to give it a rest while I wait for my next guest, Kai, a German guy living in Bahrain. Kai's become a good friend of mine, and here he is. I'm talking to myself, to the camera. Jump in. So Kai is a really proactive, not just active, but proactive person with regards to pollution and plastic waste in Bahrain. He's become probably the leading figure in this country in terms of advocacy and awareness. So do you remember the day or the moment when you decided to go on a path of actually doing something about this? Because, you know, I see your posts on Instagram and you're always at the beaches cleaning up cigarette butts and bottles, and you've got teams of people working with you. When did that start before you came to Bahrain, or was that something that's developed whilst you've been in Bahrain?
I received the trailer of the Plastic Ocean movie,
right,
which we saw in Hamala Beach as well.
Yeah.
Where I felt, whoa, it's tremendous, it's really dramatic, where it was not this deep in my mind.
Yeah.
But after the trailer, I sent an email to the German embassy. I told them, listen, we need to show it here as well.
Yeah.
So, and they replied immediately. I mean, I had good relation with them because I built the embassy, and we did in the past as well the Bahrain German student exhibition in 2009, where we brought students here to have intercultural exchange. So this is always a matter of, let's say, knowledge exchange, experience exchange, so to create a better society.
Yeah.
So, and with this then, I was figuring out, okay, who could be the counterpart in Bahrain?
Sure.
So I was Googling, and then luckily I found Clean Up Bahrain on the internet, actually through LinkedIn. So, and then we started the cooperation. We got the movie. The German embassy was kind enough to sponsor 7 screenings. So we started step by step screening the movie and creating step by step more awareness. And same time, Clean Up Bahrain, when they introduced themselves, they were founded in 2016.
Okay.
They started as well with 2 people to clean up, to give back to the country where they grown up. And this is the thing. We should not think only about what we get from the society.
Right.
So what we can give back as well.
Yeah.
Because life should be a balance.
Yeah.
And this is very, very important for me and for a lot of people to create really a balance. And then step by step, obviously, it evolved. The screening, which was paid by the German embassy, was donated to the French embassy.
Yeah.
And they dedicated it to the French school in Goussatin.
Yeah.
Then the kids of the country manager of Carrefour, they were in the school, and he by himself as well. So he approached me afterwards and said, Kai, what else we can do? So based on this one, then I developed a training program on environmental awareness and waste management recycling.
Amazing.
Which is approved by the Ministry of Labor and supported by Tamkeen.
That's amazing. Well
and
done.
so we hope, once now the things are moving, since it should be starting in February.
Yeah.
With Carrefour to train them, but now we are back again to reinitiate and maybe then start to training, hopefully within the next or this month or next month.
Yeah.
Was really properly training people in order to let them give a base.
Sure.
To start and then evolve themselves.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have a proper base, you might run in the wrong direction.
That's right.
And this is happening unfortunately a lot. And then to pull the people back on the right track, it's almost impossible.
Yeah. Just watch your knee on the mic. Just make sure the mic is clear to your face. It's amazing when we met you at Hamala Beach Resort last year and we watched that film. The thing for me that changed was, first of all, seeing the stark images of how the fish are processed or not processing plastic and animals, and the amount of plastic in the ocean. It was more than shocking. It was harrowing and terrifying, to be honest. But the effect that had on me was it directly told me what I can do as an individual in my daily life to do my part. And I lived in Finland for 7 years, and in Finland they've been environmentally aware since way back. And when I was in 2000, you got money back from your bottles, everything. Yeah. So you just did it because they paid you.
Yeah.
And of course, in the back of your mind, you're thinking you're doing good, but it's about the money.
Yeah.
It was an incentive.
Yes. Yeah.
The thing for me was that I can do my part on a daily basis, and I do think every single time I go and buy water,
Yeah.
I think about it. And glass water is much more expensive, but it tastes better.
Yeah. This is also one thing. You know what you mentioned it with the taste. For me, I don't like at all eating on a plastic plate, eating with plastic cutlery, eating from a plastic or drinking from a plastic bottle. The original taste of food is so much better when you eat it from a porcelain plate with stainless steel cutlery. You know, and the people need to understand that the nature gives us actually everything. So we need to preserve it. And when you mention it, what you can change in your daily life, it's sometimes simple task. I was just talking with people yesterday. I said, when you go out, you're wearing pants? They said, of course. You know, you wear shoes? Yes. A shirt? Yes, of course. So why, when you go shopping, you don't take your own bag with you? It's such a simple thing which you can combine. And the people doing this, but they don't do this. Which even shopping is a part of our literally daily life.
I know.
You know, and some people, they were complaining, difficult here. I said, listen, you know, you live 2-3 hours without water? No, because you just get your bottle, fill it at home, and there's a lot of possibilities. It's just that the mindset is not there yet, or the people really, honestly, they are ignorant, and they don't understand that whatever they do now, it will have an impact. And this is, as we said, you can do a lot of things simple, just by having a visual impression or having a little knowledge. In order to make the change, and the people just need to see, come to the beach, which now more and more people are posting things, more and more people going to the beach, they're cleaning, more and more people speaking up, and it doesn't matter if you are at a high level or low level, if you do something wrong, it's wrong. You know, and this is, the people need to just be also encouraged to have more confidence. And obviously once you have confidence and knowledge, then you can speak up.
Should we go for a drive?
Yeah, sure. I'm happy to drive in a nice German car.
Exactly. So a German guy in a German car in Bahrain. But this car has had quite a story because it was actually, of course, made in Germany, exported to Japan, and then imported to Bahrain.
That's why it has the white and red color, or what?
I don't know.
Yeah, but it's nice.
I mean, the red color must have been ordered by a Bahraini, of course.
Yeah.
But I picked it up in a garage. It was sitting in a garage for 7 years in a friend's garage.
Okay.
Is it this way, or how do we get
Let's
up?
make a roundabout here.
Okay.
So you turn. It's the smallest roundabout in Bahrain, I guess. So we have everything very close by here in cozy Bahrain. It's quite nice.
But I mean, it's an old car, but I mean, it's kind of, it takes a lot of maintenance because it is 25 years old. So, and it wasn't well maintained. So I'm sort of catching up on all the things that need to be done, and still, you know, it takes care, tender loving care, basically.
Yes. Yeah, like everything in the world.
Yeah, exactly.
And TLC for this and that, then it's...
I know.
Well, it's really...
So what brought you to, you mentioned you lived in Dubai before you came to Bahrain, is that right?
Yes.
So was Dubai your first Middle East port of call to live, or you lived in the Middle East before that?
Actually, Dubai was the first entry to the Middle East.
Okay.
So what happened is, since I always was a little bit adventurous and traveling, in 2005 we made actually a car trip with a colleague of mine, also architect, from my hometown Siegen through Italy, Greece, Turkey, and to Damascus.
Wow!
Because he's the architect, or he's from Syria.
Amazing.
So it was really a nice trip, and his cousin actually was working and living in Sharjah. So after we spent 2 weeks in 2005 in March in Syria to have a round trip, everything nicely, watching and these things, visiting his family and everything. Then we fly over to Dubai and to see how Dubai is, because this was for me, as I said, the first time to come to the Middle East.
What year was that when you went to Dubai?
2005, in March 2005.
Okay.
Yes, it was very nice. And since I want to get some information, and I was actually working for this software company who were doing architectural software. I was working with this one actually. So I contacted them and asked them, okay, what are the possibilities in Dubai? So they gave me some contact details, and then it went actually quite fast. So I went there, as I said, in March. So I contacted this guy. He asked me, okay, submit your documents, and then in May, on a Sunday, which at this time I was not really aware that they're working Sundays. They called me and they said, oh, if I'm willing to come to Dubai and these things for this project for the precast factory.
Yeah.
Which, as I said, was dedicated with this software.
Yeah.
So they needed one architect who is as well specialized in this software.
Yeah.
To train the engineers and different kind of departments, draftspeople and these things. So they sent me the offer and they were asking me if I can come in July.
Okay.
Then I said, okay, no, this would be too early. I still have some projects to finish in Germany, but then, okay, they offered me for the 1st of August and then I fly over, and it was the 1st of August in 2005.
Yeah.
From, let's say, maybe 20 degrees to maybe 50 degrees.
That's right. So
I arrived at the 1st of August early morning at 1:30 or something like this, and it was very, very hot.
Oh yeah,
45 degrees or something like this. So and then it evolved. Then immediately when I kind of settled there, I started also roaming around, flying to Qatar, flying to Kuwait, Oman, to see different places of the region. You know? Because once you're somehow somewhere, you should immediately discover the area. This is very nice to mix as well with culture and these things. So it was very, very interesting.
One of the things I really enjoyed about meeting you is the Bahrainis I've met through you. And one of our guests is going to be Nabil Ajour coming up soon.
Oh yes, it's very nice. Yeah, he's my Bahraini family actually here. We had as well a nice trip in Germany in 2014.
Yeah.
We made a round trip in Europe.
Nice.
So we started, I picked them up from the train station, and then they stayed 2 days in our city.
Yeah.
Then we traveled around Freiburg, Nuremberg, Munich, Bratislava, Budapest, Prague, Dresden, Berlin, and then back to Hamburg.
Nice.
So they fly back, and I dropped the car and then came back to Bahrain as well. So
the thing is, Nabil Ajour represents the Bahrain that I used to know when I first came here like 21 years ago. That incredible hospitality and openness and loving to connect everybody together.
Yes.
And I even had my birthday party in his Majlis, you know.
I
mean, he said, hey, come and bring your friends. He's such a lovely guy, you know. So what that tells me is that you love this place and you love the people here.
I mean,
something about this place, isn't it?
It's very tremendous. See, for me, when I came from Dubai, I was dealing also with Emiratis because they were somehow our clients and these things, or I had a good relation with the hospitality. You cannot do anything wrong actually.
Yeah.
So then when they offered me, the German company, to come to Bahrain, I said, okay, first of all, as everybody most likely, who and where is Bahrain?
Yeah, exactly.
So then I fly 3 days here to Bahrain, which was really incredible. I stayed in the center in Manama because I didn't know, so I chose the center.
Yeah.
And then what was really tremendous and kind of positively shocking to me, that whenever I was walking around, every few minutes somebody was asking me, oh, can we help you? How are you? Everything is okay? I want to need some help. Yeah. And I was so amazed by this welcoming and hospitality of these people. So even I'm still in touch with the people from this time, you know.
Yeah.
And this was so incredible. So after 3 days, I fly back to Dubai. I signed the agreement, and after 1 week, I moved here.
Yeah.
So this was a very fast decision, and honestly, I never regretted it.
Yeah.
So it was such an amazing opportunity with the people, also with our work here, with the projects.
Yeah.
So I really, really felt so comfortable, and actually after 3 months, I told my boss, listen, I will stay here, don't worry.
Oh, nice.
So,
there's something very homely about this place. You know, I also lived in the Emirates many years ago, and I still have many Emirati friends. But there's something about Bahrainis, I think maybe because there's this sort of, you know, thousands of years of documented history. They're used to foreigners. It's an island. They've had visitors coming and landing here forever, really. So I think that's deep in their culture, and that's why I think partly why they're so open to people and so, you know, so friendly. And welcoming is the word. Welcoming.
That's true. And on the other hand, this is what I recognize. Obviously, Bahrain has got a high percentage of locals, of Bahrainis within the society.
That's right.
And you meet them everywhere.
Yeah.
You meet them at the bank, you meet them at the management, you meet them at the cashier, you meet them
taxis,
anywhere. And this is also a nice thing where you really feel the society is from A to Z.
Exactly.
You know, like in Qatar or UAE, you have the Emiratis or the locals more in the higher position.
That's right.
Also, I mean, they are quite a shrink number. In Emirates, there are only 10 to 15%, and in Qatar even less than 10% of the locals, which means definitely they need, of course, the foreign workforce. But here you are really mingling around, and so it's just amazing. And this is also what you have in Europe, obviously. You have a mixed culture and these things, so everybody is doing everything. So you don't segregate by kind of position or something like this. So here it's very fantastic.
What's your favorite place in Bahrain?
Oh, I mean, you mentioned it already as a Nabil Ajur Majlis, always cozy, and I'm a regular guest there, so every Thursday at this time, obviously. And then, I mean, there are so many kind of beautiful places in Bahrain where you go, let's say, the more non-known places, like even if you go somewhere around in Manama Souk, there's a nice coffee shop, you sit with the old people, which is nice, or what in the past, so in the Friday mornings, 6 o'clock, the people coming there, you start having tea, you're chatting with them, more body language rather than English, but also Muharrak Souk, you have some small corners. Then of course the historical places here, which the Museum of Bahrain Fort is amazing, or Arad Fort, the Rifa Fort, even the Tree of Life. I mean, these are some astonishing and very unique places here in Bahrain, which, as you said, reflects the history, the 1,000 years of history of Bahrain. So it's really, really amazing.
Can you explain to people who don't know what a Majlis is?
Okay. Yeah, a Majlis is actually a room or a small hall, or sometimes obviously as well a bigger hall, depends on the size of the house, where you can welcome guests who are really not part of the family. And it's like a gathering. It depends sometimes on a weekly basis, some people do it on a daily basis, evenings or whatever, or even maybe every 2-3 weeks. It depends on the host, obviously. And this is quite exchange of news as well. I mean, there's a lot of interaction with the people when they exchange. They're watching even sometimes games. Some of them, which is also a close friend of mine, Mr. Abdullah Bakar, his Majlis is like a museum.
Wow.
So it's fantastic, full of history of Bahrain, with the number plates, with coins, with the notes, with the medals, with watches, with pencils. So it's really, really tremendous, and this is what gives you the special flavor as well, which actually I didn't see in the Emirates or in Kuwait. They have the Diwaniyas and the Majlis as well, but here it's more really cozy and more part of the society tradition. Let's call it like this, you know. And even the official Majlis, I mean, when you have Ramadan, you have got Sheikh Ibrahim or one of the royal families that open the Majlis, Sheikh Salman, so you can come there to welcome them and give them good wishes for Ramadan or Eid. So, which is very nice to have this open door policies. This is great, just amazing.
Those things do exist in Kuwait and the Emirates, and I've experienced them many times. But I think you really have to be really inside the culture and know those people. Whereas here, like Nabil Ajur, he says to me, invite anybody you want, bring your friends, as you brought us, you know. And that I haven't really seen so much in the Emirates. In Kuwait a bit more, but not so much in the UAE, you know. I don't want to knock the Emirates, because the Emirates is a great place and there's other stories. But when it comes to that sort of tradition, you know, Bahrain and Oman, I think, are the two places that have still held on to that, you know. Which I love, and I love about this place. I love that about this region, you know.
I mean, these are all the things what I recognize, you know, when you talk about Europe, a foreigner or a stranger, it's first of all something to keep distance. But here you will get to know the people, and then you will get to know the culture, the habits, the attitude, and these things. So this is actually what I feel when we say, like in Europe, don't talk with a stranger, don't do this. You have to listen to talk with a stranger to get to know the people.
Exactly.
Rather than not following or doing what they say, but listen, exchange experience, exchange knowledge, and all this kind of stuff, you know. Because at the end, how you will get to know new friends, new people, and these things? You will get to know only once you talk to them. And honestly, if you go into the school, the first day you don't know anyone. So you will not talk to anyone. No, you have to talk to people and see the facilities, and specifically here, when they invite you to their house, which means they are opening their door to you. So what you are afraid of? You know, you just can only gain knowledge and gain experience, and of course, and exchange information and culture. And it's nice.
Yeah. So, do you think you'll stay in Bahrain for the foreseeable future?
Yes. No, definitely. For me, I felt, you know, where you feel comfortable, there you should be in peace, you know. And these are things. It's not about high technology and all the kind of structures. Because also in Europe or in Germany we have bureaucracy, we have got obstacles and these things. Everybody said, oh, it's a nice country, okay, I understand, we have a lot of greenery, trees, mountain and these things, which obviously you don't have here. But honestly, nowhere is paradise.
No.
But if the society is taking care of you, or you are feeling comfortable in the society, why not staying there? We are not the tree, you know. People ask me often, oh, you will go back home and these things. What does home mean, you know?
Yeah.
Because I'm just, honestly, by coincidence, born in Germany. I mean, it was not by effort,
That's
obviously.
Right.
So we are not trees, so we need to discover which maybe is the best place for us to settle or to be.
Yeah.
You know, either for a temporary time, or till we might pass away and rest in peace or whatever. So,
Yeah, so we're going to sort of head back to your area now. Car's getting a little bit warm.
No issues.
When it's on the freeway, or when it's on the highway or a flowing street, it's okay. But the front fans are a bit faulty. So yeah, it's been great to have you as my guest in the car. Thanks for sharing a bit of your life with us today.
Oh, it was my pleasure. It's always nice to be in the German car.